What is up, everyone? Ryan Ray here, Outpost 23. Been thinking a lot about Boba Fett's appearance in The Mandalorian. And before I go any further, like and subscribe. And let me know, question of the day, what do you think Boba Fett's role will be as we move to the last 2 episodes of The Mandalorian Season 2? So I've been thinking about it. And we talked about this with Kyle, Susan, and I talked about this on Sunday night on the live stream for Hey Mando. Might Boba Fett actually turn out to be a bad guy, turn him over to the Empire? Well, let's unpack that a little bit. If you go to the movies, which everyone's seen, right? The movies, Boba Fett has no problem working with the Empire. He works for Darth Vader to capture Han Solo. There's no problem there. And if you go into the comics, which maybe not everyone has read, you find out that that connection is even deeper than we were led to believe or we were able to realize in the movies. So when Boba Fett at the end talks about seeing the Empire, maybe he hasn't seen the Imperials in quite some time. I'm not really sure what that means. I'm assuming he's been on Tatooine, he hasn't been doing a lot. I don't know. We'll find out more. But I'm assuming that's what he means. He didn't realize the Empire was still around or still powerful or whatever. He says it's not a spy stream, so he's not high. He's really seeing what he's seeing. But there's more. For Boba, this could mean that maybe he's getting out now. He's ready to he's got his bearings about him. He's ready to move forward. He's going to get his armor back. Why he couldn't get it back before, I don't know. But he's ready to get his armor back. And so, if that's the case, and the Empire is still around in some capacity, then that means there are job opportunities for him. Now, take all that into context. You can put that aside. Here is the thing that stands out to me as I thought about this for the past few days. When Obi-Wan meets Jango Fett in episode 2, Boba is there, remind you. Boba Fett says you must be very proud of the clones that you've got, or something like that. And Jango says, I'm a simple man trying to make my way through the universe, I think is what he says. When the Mandalorian asks Boba about the armor, he says, are you Mandalorian? Boba says, I think I'm a simple man trying to make my way around the galaxy. It's a galaxy universe, basically the same line. And then he says, like my father before me. Now, in context, his father before him, when he uttered those lines, he was willfully deceiving Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? He wasn't trying to answer the question. He was trying to avoid it, trying to deceive him, trying to deflect, and trying to act like he didn't know what was going on. Boba heard those words and is now repeating those words, and he's calling back to his father, who we know was a bad guy, and Boba is a bad guy. So I think what we're going to see is Boba is, now this is theory, so, if it's wrong, it's wrong. It's just a guess. Boba is here to, maybe he was there to help the Mandalorian, maybe he didn't care, maybe he just wanted his armor, I don't know. I think now he is going to try to turn over the Mandalorian to Moff Gideon. Now, will he have a change of heart at some point? I don't know. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. I don't know. As Kyle pointed out, it was really weird that Boba insisted that he had to uphold his end of the deal. Now, I think that kind of fit a little bit better than maybe Kyle did. I think that I can understand Boba didn't uphold his end of the bargain and the child got away. So I can kind of see that being the angle there. But it's just as likely that Boba goes, the child got away. This guy's going to go after him. I can probably turn him over to Moff Gideon, wipe his hands. Maybe he's done work with Moff Gideon before, or whoever. Maybe he doesn't, to Moff, to the Imperials. And then I can get back in the game of bounty hunting. Because that's what he is. He's a mercenary. He's a guy who collects bounties. He just does what he has to do. A simple man trying to make his way through the galaxy. So let me know what you think in the comments. That is my prediction as it stands now. We'll see. Maybe Boba has a change of heart. But I think Boba is actually, that line was a tell for the viewer that Boba is actually going to turn against the Mandalorian.